take 3?
Buffalo herd part 2. Okay, so what we're going to explore, we explored the side of the buffalo first, and now we're going to look at the face-on buffalo, which is illustrated here.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're connecting with is his nose right now, his horns, his eyes are in between those two. Do you feel those?
Yep, right.
Yep, great. Okay, now, when we're looking face-on, here's his hump, and you can see how high that is.
Oh, wow, yeah. I thought
Okay.
it was like a big tuft of hair at first.
Okay, it does have a spinal column going through it, and and it has all those muscles that are holding up his head. Now, one of the things that you'll find in some of these older paintings is that they didn't use a lot of photographic reference material for it. So sometimes they didn't get these things exactly right. I believe that this hump is much narrower than it actually is.
Yeah, I could see that
Yeah.
because of the support needed for the head.
Yeah, so, I believe that that's something that would be improved with, or changed, if he had better reference materials. But a lot of these guys were going out into the field, they were doing a quick water sketch or a pencil sketch, and then taking this information maybe months later in the studio,
Right.
getting down to doing this kind of painting. And then at that point, that's the only material they have. If they didn't capture them correctly at that point, it's lost,
But I do see what you're saying. If I had no detail about this, I might have thought it was maybe like a figurine or something out in the field. I don't know if I would have guessed without any, help.
Right, it's
It's
a much less, typical view of an animal.
Right.
So now to the right, you feel another buffalo, correct?
Yes, he laying. Well, I don't know. He's doing something different.
He is. He's standing, and he has far less detail because he's back into the fog bank just that much.
Oh.
The fog is very thick, so the only buffalo that have any detail in this image are the ones that are closest to us. And we can tell they're closest to us because they're closest to the bottom of the image.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So this guy's feet start up, higher in the picture plane. So can you take your fingers from the bottom of the picture plane and run them up to this guy here?
So here's the ground.
Yeah. So you see how far that is from the bottom of the picture plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now go to this guy over here, and you can see that that's higher in the picture plane,
Yes.
which means he's farther away,
Right.
which means he's further into the fog bank. So that's why he's so much smoother.
So it's
Okay.
more of a blur
Mm-hmm.
or silhouette as one.
Yeah, it's almost like a silhouette. Yeah. So you can see some detail, like you can still see his horn,
Mm-hmm.
or you can feel those.
Right.
So you can still see his tail, stuff like that. But we're losing detail rapidly. Now, so what a buffalo, the pattern for a buffalo is there's like a lump here,
Mm-hmm.
a lump for the back, then his haunches.
Uh-huh.
So you can feel that, get that in your mind. Start at his haunches and go up over his back up to his face.
I know it's not a camel, but the way it enters in my mind is kind of a similar version of a camel in a way with the hump.
Well, he does have that kind of hump. The difference is that a camel has a much longer back
Right.
and a long neck,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got longer legs too. So there are similarities and differences. Okay, so and over here, see how many buffalo you can find there.
There's one.
Mm-hmm.
There's two.
Mm-hmm.
There's three.
Mm-hmm.
Three.
Okay, what's this?
This is it's maybe like kind of this, not a side, but like the buffaloes are overlapping, like this one's standing in front of this guy?
Yes, correct. And so this one's farther away. It
Mhm.
has even less detail. Now, what do you think about this back here?
This is this the land?
No.
The skyline?
No.
No.
Feel the contours of that. Here, it's over here again too. Find my finger over here to the right. Find that. What are those contours reminiscent of?
Well,
Don't think back too far.
Is it more buffaloes in the
Yes.
background? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they're way, way back there.
They're way back there, and there's tons of them.
Oh, there's like a whole herd of buffaloes.
Exactly.
Hence
Hence
the
the name. So we've got tons of buffalo, and now
there's more back here.
didn't that just expand it for you?
That opened my mind up instantly. For me, it opened it up to a whole pasture. Like this picture encompasses like many acres, in my opinion.
Cool.
That's how I
Very
feel
good.
about it.
That's great. So then we just have the grasses in the foreground.
Very
Any
nice.
questions?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, great.